And welcome to another episode of Papi J and Wize Jefe. I am your boy Wize,
And I am Papi J.
and big shout out to everybody on the BS3 network. We're live on the BS3 network. We are on a new time, Friday nights, 8 p.m. Central Time, 9 Eastern Time. So catch us now Friday nights at 8 p.m. Central Time, 9 p.m. Eastern Time.
What's good?
Super
What
Bowl
is
weekend.
goody?
Super Bowl weekend. That's what's good.
Uh, it's crazy. I ain't even really been into it.
Neither have I. I've been busy working. I got a couple of gigs. So got a couple of intros that I'm working on. We have a new sponsor that I will be playing the ad in a little bit. And yeah, man, it's. But we're gonna start off with hot topics.
Hot.
All right, so hot topics. Well, excuse me. Um, Kyrie Irving was traded from the Brooklyn Nets to the Dallas Mavericks. And your boy comes out with he wanted to be somewhere that he's celebrated. My response to that is you've been in Brooklyn 3.5 years. You missed 150 games. 150 games in those 3.5 years. And then you only win one playoff series. So why exactly should you be celebrated? Did you bring a title to Brooklyn? I'm just asking. I'm just asking.
I look at it a little different. One, he's saying some crazy shit, and I ain't even mad at him. Now, people don't. Now it took me a while to articulate. He articulates pretty good, but he does say some off the wall shit. Now, him saying he did his job was kind of like insane because he was missing mad days. So I don't know how you do your job if you're missing days. Or it's most of your days, like a lot of days. Like
Yeah. Say
but
150 days.
outside of that, I think that everything else was a little extra, but it was wood to
No,
the
listen,
bone.
there's certain things that I agree with his stance. Like it wasn't his fault that New York City set up that that bullshit
Man, yeah, the rules.
mandate.
Yeah,
That was not his fault. He didn't want to be vaccinated. I respect that. I can
I
respect that.
respect that too because I'm unvaccinated. So
I respect that. I'm saying I have no problem with that. It's the other things, it's the other times he takes off when you're supposed to be with your team playing basketball.
see, my issue is beyond all that, man. My issue is he's not Brooklyn. KD ain't Brooklyn. It's wishful thinking when you think about it. Like, oh shit, we get attention. We had mad hopes that we could at least get one chip. But at the end of the day, you got to be built a certain way. Like, it's no offense to anybody, but New York media is different. They like wolves, man. They ain't your friend. Even in sports, like you got to be doing great, and they still will look for something to just say, yeah, you ain't that great. They never want you to be great because they got to knock you down a little bit because then it's just an issue. They don't want to appear like even with LeBron, they just been talking mad, like bringing up all his issues. Like Jordan is retired, Jordan is washed. I ain't a big LeBron fan. I'm more of a Jordan fan. But when you look at it, when you step back, LeBron is the GOAT, man. I have to
Uh
admit, as a Jordan fan,
LeBron is not the GOAT.
he is the GOAT
No,
because
he's
he
not.
did more. But he's you got. I'm looking beyond basketball now. We're gonna put
Okay.
GOAT,
You gotta
greatest of all time.
I'm looking at beyond basketball too.
All right, talk to me then.
Who's kicks right now, even though he's
I don't care
retired?
about kicks, man.
Listen, it's transcend. You said
No,
this
but
is more than
see, we on the wrong side of the fence.
this is more bigger.
We
Okay,
on different sides of
okay,
the fence.
okay. All right. So I'm not. All right. as far as who changed the game more,
I'm not
Jordan?
talking about that, man. We're talking about the GOAT. See, people is gonna when you say greatest of all time, it's your whole package.
But dude,
This nigga
okay,
opened up
but
schools.
he's been playing since he was 18.
He opened up schools. He's making a difference. Jordan don't make differences, man.
So now you're talking schematics. Now
Greatest of all time.
uh, we're talking
Greatest.
basketball. Now you're
Nah,
talking
man.
stuff. You're
That's
talking about
not
he
what they
opened up
talking
schools.
there. That's not what
No, that's what they're
you're
talking
talking
about.
about. Their character, right?
No, they're talking about the greatest of time playing
Dude,
basketball.
all right, and LeBron ain't. It ain't his
No,
fault that he know how to last longer.
no.
It ain't his fault that he know how to keep his
Bro,
body in shape.
he didn't play in the 80s or 90s. It
That
was a
don't
different
count.
game.
That don't
It was a
count,
different
man.
game.
We can't compare eras. That's one
Okay.
thing I agree with. You can't. You can't
So
because
you can't
Jordan,
say
because a lot
but
of them
Jordan,
wouldn't.
how do you think Jordan would have been playing? How do you think Jordan would have been playing in this era?
With the no touch, he
Yeah.
probably destroy niggas. But he's not.
Okay.
We can't
Okay.
assume.
So
We can't assume.
all right. So you can't
You
say
saying LeBron can't play in that era?
I'm not
As
saying he
big as
can't,
is?
but he's gonna get hit.
All right, and that's just
This
something
is
that you have to
and
learn.
LeBron is king flop.
Yeah,
LeBron
but
is
that's
king. Don't
now.
act like LeBron is not
Whoa,
king flop.
listen, see, y'all doing something wrong here. All y'all
No, there's
sports
no
people. Look,
bro.
I
How
got
am
it.
I doing? How
Listen,
am I
let me
doing?
say something.
Bro, he does.
Let me
Son,
say something.
it's different if there wasn't proof. If there
Dude,
wasn't
but you're still not eliminating one factor.
what?
That was part of the game now. He wasn't then. He wasn't then.
All right, all right.
You can't
So
say
what?
he's a flop king when flopping was the thing. But back then, when you fell, somebody put you down. He
Yeah,
wasn't in
literally,
that era, but the way he take
literally.
care of his body now, you think he wouldn't have been able to hack that?
But he went. That's the difference. Modern science has changed. You think he was going to take care of his body like he take care of it now? You think
How do
science? You
you
think
think
science
nobody?
has? You
It
think
might not
science
been to
hasn't
the
advanced in
look. It
those
might not
30,
been
40
to the
years?
level it is, and it might not been to the level it is.
All
But
right, it
Jordan,
would nowhere
Jordan
near that.
drank.
Nowhere
Jordan
near.
drank.
Jordan did
Jordan
everything.
smoked. Jordan did a lot. LeBron don't do that. So taking care of your body back then would have been LeBron. Not smoking,
No, it would have been
not
Karl Malone.
partying,
That would have been
not
Karl Malone.
partying.
That would have been
That's
Karl
taking care
Malone.
of your body.
That would have been Karl Malone.
Well, I don't. He's not on my radar when it
All
comes
right,
to.
okay, so
He's up there in the power forwards. I don't want nobody to think I don't know sports. But at the end of the day, I'm talking from when you look at because we got to take out like all right, there's sports talk. You have to do your
this is
sports talk,
and I'm
and
talking
then
about go.
there's when you
So
sit back as a black man and you think of
so
everything.
is
Listen,
Derek Jeter. Hold on. So is Derek Jeter the GOAT?
I'm a Barry Bonds nigga. I don't know why people like. That's what I'm saying. There's other players that I wouldn't put.
Okay, but you just was you was talking about LeBron did open up schools, LeBron did all this
Yeah,
stuff.
but Jeter
Jeter's
was
done all
just
that.
Jeter was
Jeter's
a
done all
great
that.
shortstop. He
Jeter,
wasn't a
what?
home run hitter. He wasn't nothing
He
like
was a
that.
leader.
So,
He was a champion.
though everybody,
How
I
many
mean,
rings? How
yes,
many rings Barry Bonds got?
don't matter. He's great.
Zero.
I'm not a ring person.
Zero.
I'm not a ring person.
Zero.
To me, Peyton Manning will always be better than Brady. I don't care how many rings he got. Peyton Manning played the game the way as a quarterback, how he maneuvered. He just had a bad team.
No,
That is it.
As far as stats and stuff, yeah. To
All right,
Peyton,
so
Peyton
I don't.
as
That's
far as
my goat.
talent,
If I
yes.
gotta pick a goat,
It's
I
just
gotta
that.
beat Peyton Manning.
Also, Brady's not your goat.
Patrick,
Brady's not your goat.
hell no, hell no. He never was my goat.
But he did
He's
he's done the
great.
same. He's done the same
Great.
thing LeBron has done.
What he did that LeBron done,
Set up accolades.
dude, man. I look at
Winning.
LeBron. I give. Listen, I don't throw great around. So when I say this nigga is great, I'm looking at the
I'm not
body of
saying
work.
he's not great.
Who?
LeBron. I'm not saying
No, I'm
he's not
saying
great.
I'm not. Everybody can't be great to me. That's me. I'm talking about me. I ain't talking as a
This
sports.
debate is always going to be generational. It's always going to be
because I
generational.
would have stood with Jordan then if it was generation.
But that's your opinion.
All right, I'm just trying to tell you. That's
your opinion.
There's a lot of people that think LeBron is the GOAT.
There's people going to say that Will Chamberlain is the greatest.
Nah, I will not say that.
I'm not saying you because that's not your opinion.
No, I think he's great. I think he's greater. Now, if we want to go like that's great for that, like, and that's why I don't compare eras. What do you think Will Chamberlain would have did now?
Okay, all right. So
What do you if he scored 100? If he scored 100 before when he getting beat up, what do you think Will Chamberlain would have did now?
all right. So
then he's the GOAT.
So you can't really so you can't really compare.
And that's why I don't. And that's why I said LeBron is the GOAT.
He's the GOAT of his generation. How about we
the
put
torch is going on, son? Jordan is done. He don't even make noise. He don't even make noise impactful enough.
There's gonna be someone. There's gonna be someone that's gonna be greater than LeBron.
I don't think so, man. Not the old.
Why not? Records are meant to be broken.
I'm not talking about the GOAT, man. You got to look at what people is naming somebody the GOAT. That means you praise this guy. He's the GOAT.
Who praises
I gotta
let me
factor
find out
in that LeBron put. Look, I gotta factor
LeBron sexual on the down low. Let me find Let me find out you're a Bron sexual on the down low.
I don't care about Bron. I'm talking about you gotta respect. Respect is respect. Yo, he's the only dude out of all these basketball players that put on as many brothers as he did, childhood friends, made them millionaires. He done things that actually impact people.
See, now you're making it more.
Overall. I said the GOAT.
About sports.
I'm talking about what GOAT means to me.
What? The GOAT of what?
Sports, nigga. He don't get arrested. He ain't got no scandals. Look, you got to count that, man. If you could count it to keep somebody out of the Hall of Fame, then I could count it towards GOAT status. I could count it towards GOAT status. They count it to keep people out of the Hall of Fame. I'm not with their politics. I'm talking about as a person that got to respect.
All right, for you, he's the GOAT for you.
He's the GOAT because of what he's done impactful throughout the game and outside.
Yes, that is your opinion.
They're destroying Kyrie, and I think he's great. But
again, I've never questioned Kyrie's talent.
But why they making him? They talk about him the way they do because of outside stuff. It's not because of his talent.
He makes it out of outside stuff.
I don't know how. Not vaccinating wasn't a big thing to me. You can't force somebody to take a needle. Okay. This is what I'm saying.
We've discussed that.
All right,
but
sharing his views on like the way
I'm going to my sister's party, whatever.
That was stupid. That was one of those stupid. I told you, but he's not Brooklyn. I knew it wasn't going to work. James Harden ain't Brooklyn. None of them. Like you gotta grab like the right. Brooklyn gotta get that energy. They gotta have that.
I like
energy.
That kid, Cam Thomas.
And dude, I like him. I like all them dudes. That's why I said KD might be better off. That's what I'm saying. It's just, but they not Brooklyn. So if KD don't win one day, I'm not gonna slander him because nigga, you didn't have that heart, that Brooklyn heart. That I'm not tweeting back at nobody. I'm gonna show you on the court. This Brooklyn.
I think he's
Manhattan.
I think he's gonna come back. He's gonna come. So don't be trying to throw shade at my team.
Same Manhattan, man. This is Brooklyn, man. We got a stigma out here that we got to maintain. We got to be rough riders.
Don't throw shade at my team.
I mean, shade at my team, man. Whatever. They nice.
You know what I'm saying, don't be throwing shade at my team. I don't appreciate that. I don't appreciate that, man. Don't be throwing no shade over there.
Brooklyn, man. We go hard, man, or go home. And Kyrie went home now. He went to any other home but Brooklyn. And I'm happy for that. Disappointed that people don't know how to work together, but this shows me more than just sports, too. That's what I'm saying. It shows how people that got it still ain't happy, still disgruntled. Nigga, you playing basketball, son. You do making millions. Go to work.
And that was my issue.
And that's where but that shows me more than they could talk the talk. But your actions is gonna show who you are, regardless. You could talk all the positive. You could talk all your actions make people respond. And because some people don't have outside actions, you got to bonus them for that. That's a bonus. Even Brady got outside actions. He waited to the end of his career. He should have still retired. And then the whole divorce thing could have happened outside of football. All
right, man. We gonna break. We're gonna take a break, man. This is our new sponsor. Waiting 100 Tax Masters. Attention, all business owners. Are you tired of managing your finances and taxes on your own? Let the experts at 1-800 Tax Masters help. Our team of experienced professionals offers a range of services to help you keep your finances in order, from personal and business tax returns to monthly accounting, quarterly, and annual tax planning, and virtual controller and CFO services. With our virtual services, you can get the support you need without ever having to leave your office. Don't let taxes and finances stress you out any longer. Visit www.1800taxmasters.com today and let us handle the numbers so you can focus on growing your business.
Alicia.
You can't hold somebody to that standard if you haven't voiced what you want and what you're needing from that.
Mika.
If you're not communicating expectations, you're waiting for your feelings to be hurt.
Nicole.
A lot of people don't want to take the time out to be alone and to get themselves together.
Ivan.
You got to be willing to work through stuff. And from the jump street, y'all done had problems. Maybe you don't need to be working through those.
BS3 Network proudly presents Queen 3 and King podcast. Live every Tuesday at 7 p.m. Central. Quinn.
Moment of clarity. I haven't watched BT in years.
KP.
Drake needs to come back with another triple platinum album.
E Digga.
And then you have Ray J. Like, I can't stand that River Cricket.
The Guru.
Okay, the level of crack she's smoking, I don't want it.
BS3 Network proudly presents the Knucklehead Chronicles podcast, where from card tips to hot topics to meet beep of the week, anything goes. Live every Sunday at 2:30 p.m. Central.
All right, and we're back. All right, so now, enough with the Kyrie and all that. He's in Dallas. Spencer Dinwiddie's now back in Brooklyn. All right, so we're gonna touch on the Grammys. The Grammys just passed, and there was a performance that had a lot of people kind of upset. Sam Smith performed his song "I'm Holy," and I didn't watch the Grammys, so I don't know. But I guess a lot of people thought it was satanic. Yeah, so and I'm seeing that trend a lot in music, and there's like Lil Nas X and his video that he played. And what do you feel is the cause for a lot of these videos to be like? I'm not saying that they weren't producing videos like that when we were growing up, but I think it's a little bit more frequent now.
Wow. I never seen none of these videos because I don't listen. I remove myself from. I'm not a big video person because once you know that they they have an agenda that they push with this. I don't have to partake in that. You could cut the Grammys off. I don't have to watch the Grammys, man. That's what I'm saying. It's just people that like this. I really do believe there's three type of people, man. There's people who let shit happen. There's people who watch shit happen. And then there's people who make shit happen. And the people who watch shit happen, well, this will always be news then, because there's always people that's just watching shit happen. You don't have to watch it if you know that this is what every big corporation has a stigma. Whether it's back in the days when Tommy didn't want black people wearing their clothes, but we look better in their shit. Like the Timberlands, like dude, honestly, technically, we shouldn't be wearing no clothes with any other name brand but somebody you know. Yeah. So everybody's a little hypocritical here because there's history that goes way back. So when it comes to the music, I can't scream free will and then shoot somebody down for making satanic shit. You just got to look at the people who promote it. This is when it's time to look at the people who promote it. There's something that nobody will understand out there. Just like podcasts, there's something for everybody. The hate ones, the comedy ones, the goofy ones, the ones that's touching on real stuff. Like there's too many to even be like, oh, that's wrong. It's just pay attention to who's pushing what. Radio's pushing kill music.
Yeah.
Country is pushing say what you want, as long like singing nice, satanic, videos with devils and all that weird stuff. I heard about these things, but what's the sense of even watching it when you know the game now? So I think that everybody's gonna start exposing how they really feel, and you can't knock nobody for that. If the people, Kyrie ain't the only person think the world's flat.
Do you think the world is flat?
No, because I seen the globe. They didn't have a flat globe. There was never a flat globe. There was never a big piece of thing that just was flat, like you could go off of it. It's always been a globe. The sun is round. The moon is round. Why wouldn't the planet be round? Like, there's common sense to stuff. Now, it's okay to believe that, though. Amish believe what they believe. Like, there's okay. As long as you ain't pushing it. And these people promote this stuff because it caused controversy. And as long as there's controversy, they could do what they want.
Okay.
And that's the end of the day for all things, music, everything. So I'm starting to really detach myself from stuff. So when these things occur, it's funny to me, but it's more funny because of the outrage. It was more funny to me because of the outrage of a lot of things, because the outrages don't come with no action. It just comes with talk. And last time I checked, doing the same thing and expecting different results means you're insane. It sounds tough. I'm only here for tough love, nigga, because we've been blind for a long time. So it's insanity to me. So I'm trying to understand the insanity. I don't judge the insanity. I just don't partake in it. I don't have, how they said, like, it don't affect me. I don't lose no sleep. I don't have a hard night. The things that affect me, we address. And it's not really effect, it's just disappointment in actions. Like, as you know better, everybody say if you know better, you do better. People are doing great, but it ain't because they know better. Then that's sad. Because the kids is following that. It's not, and if they know better, then they doing a disservice and they misleading. So then you get all this profit and people like idols, and now everything rap and comedy and actors is our leaders. It's a lot of crazy things going on. So I mean, I ain't never gonna see those videos. That's it. I don't partake in that type of style of music. So just like people don't partake in rap.
I think as far as with the agenda that they're pushing, like a lot of the like with the drill music, like I get it. That's what's happening in the streets and stuff. But there's people getting murdered out there, man.
They push it. They only sign you if you popping now. They only sign you if you're a real killer. You can get signed if you admit that you a shooter, and you got people to just say, yo, and tell them one body so they can have it over your head. Like, it's just insane what people is doing. It's insanity, yo. I'm telling you, I feel like everybody's the aliens now. Like, they're the zombies, and you're amongst zombies, and you're living amongst zombies. That's it. That's my view on it, is that we live among zombies and aliens. Like, they always been here. The people that was right, they was always here. And now you start to decipher as you evolve. Evolution. This is the world. Like, people gotta start thinking like you taking care of your mind, your body. You are living righteous. You changed your ways from whatever ways they used to be. You might have always been that, but you are evolving, and everything else looks crazy to you. And now you either be sad and you know you can't save everybody, or you just start looking for your aliens, man, the ones that's not zombies and aliens. I feel how they could put that movie V back on. Yo, that is insane right there. Oh man, it's just fun. I mean, it's sad, but as long as you awoke and have people to share, go back and forth with, get some clarity on certain things. You're always willing to accept feedback and stuff like that, then you good. But this is we know this is what's killing me, because everybody said this since we was little, that they have agendas. They push certain music, they push certain TV shows, they push in certain styles of life. Like they push that. We've been hearing this since we was kids, man. People kept doing the same thing, watching and talking shit. Stop watching, they can't push it because it's not making them no money. We could change the narrative and push it all the way to people like J. Cole and uh Goody Mob. We could bring all them dudes back. That was just making music, joyful music. Uh, Even though like it was just more words. You have to listen to the music, understand what they're saying. It's not just bang bang, I kill a nigga. We don't promote that. Just like WNBA, we dictate if they make a lot of money or not. We dictate if they get the money that's deserved. Because if we don't support, then they gonna keep saying, "Hey, yeah, yo, I can't hear you. You muted or something."
I got a completely different view on the WNBA. I think they should actually lower the rim so that they could dunk. I believe I agree with Shaq. That's Shaq's
It should
idea.
be like 9 feet.
That's Shaq's idea. Shaq says they should lower the rim.
Yeah, it should be 9 feet.
And they should be dunking.
That would make it great too.
Yeah, that's that. I agree with that.
Same way they took tackle out of football so you could get mad passes. Like, I mean, you could just, I think 9-foot rim for females, 10-foot for men. That's a decent thing. Because there's women that could get up.
Yeah,
but 10 feet is up.
Yeah.
It's up. So I'm with that because it helped them get the revenue coming in.
People want to see dunks. People want let's be honest. People want to see dunks. People want to see somebody get dunked.
It's just in some sports. Like I'm not a baseball person, but I could watch Little League, the whole thing.
Well, that's because
it just seems
the
more
kids make it more fun.
And that's so. Then I'm not watching this to see people. That's what's destroying basketball. Nobody knows when they're gonna see their star when they go to pay attention.
Oh, that's load management. That's completely something different, though.
Yeah, but that's not what you did. That's not millions is for, man. The millions ain't for you to load. You ain't supposed to last 10 years. Stop trying to be father of time. Like you supposed to retire so the next, and that's my beef with everything.
So why don't you got that beef with LeBron?
I got beef with all of them. There's beefs, but this is out. This ain't like for us. Like there's certain people that when you know so many people is watching, the type of example you lead.
Yeah.
Not saying nothing when we going through shit and willing to say something when we go through shit changes a lot for me. It's not just bigger than sports. I watch sports for the entertainment. I don't care who's the most scorer. I don't care about none of that. I look at them as, all right, my kid's gonna be watching this, and this is like the type of role model that you want to have your kid like look up to, and not think that you just got to be some mean fighting, dunking, I don't want to talk to nobody basketball player. It should be fun. You shouldn't be going to work upset. I think there's a lot of things but they do that on purpose. That's why they have reporters ask you stupid questions. Don't talk to me after a loss. Why would you want me to go talk to these people after a loss?
So
period.
So all right. So I get it. He broke the record, right? He broke the scoring record, right? But they lost.
Man, they're not gonna win, man. Nobody cared that he lost, man. Let's stop. People pick at the littlest things, man. You knew he was gonna lose. He's been on a losing team all year. What are you talking about? You think he's gonna win just because he scored the points? No,
yeah, he was playing OKC.
Man, not even AD was happy. He sat down. They showed it. I watched it. He was just sitting there. He didn't even see the shot. He got up, he walked while he was dribbling and then just sat down while everybody was stood up cheering. He ain't even like, but this is what I'm saying. Listen, basketball, all these people are getting way too much money and then acting way bougie. And that's a bad precedence to set for the kids coming up. So yeah, I gotta judge you like that. That knocks that has to take a knock on you because it takes a knock on a black man when he's trying to get it. Like T.O. should never have to went through he went through. There's mad dudes that should be in the Hall of Fame. Period.
T.O. is in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, but he ain't go the way they ain't. You first round.
He
should have been first round. He was the man. He did. Nobody was messing with him. He did the numbers. His stats match. What are we talking about? Because you don't like the way he talked to the press.
That's who votes.
I don't need to talk to the press.
That's who votes.
Man, I don't. Then they need to not vote because the owner asked me to get him to where I had to get him to, and I'm the best thing he got. So my owner, I did my job. That's when Kyrie can say I did my job. My job was what the owner said. Talking to you dudes, y'all slipped that in the contract somewhere. They need to get removed. I don't have to talk to you when I'm upset. You shouldn't put a person in front of a mic when they're upset. You seen Kanye. You see the way people talk when they're upset. You see Donald Trump. Like when they get in front of a mic, some people should not be in front of a mic when they not in their right frame of mind. It's not fair to just have a person right after a loss crying, season over, to sit in front of you. They slammed Cam Newton for that, man. That was wrong. And he heard them niggas laughing on the other side of the curtain. Please, I wouldn't even, man.
All right, man. We're gonna take a quick break, man. We'll be back.
Yo, we gotta stop.
BS3 Network. Changing the way you watch TV.
Steph Curry, Tim Anderson, Jordan Alvarez. And it's caught! Debo Samuel with the catch.
Michael Jordan can sense.
The Fro just got the king.
BS3 Network.
The hottest of hot takes. The coldest of cold, hard facts. This is Snowman in the Morning with Cole Johnson. Weekdays at 8 a.m. Eastern. Check your local listings for your viewing and listening pleasure.
And we're back. So were you saying something?
Nah, I wasn't.
Forgot?
No, I didn't forget. I just think my last thing on the sport, this whole thing with if the people are the ones that they are trying to get all the money from to watch sports for the rest of their life, 365 days a year, then the people should have a right to vote. Or you have to have the people vote, and the media is too emotional. They tell you not to have emotions, but they be lying.
They have a bias.
Yeah, they don't think that
if they don't like a player, they won't vote for him. That's what
they like the cops, the bad cops. Like they the ones that, I don't like you because you ain't answered my question, or you haven't picked me, or you answered my question short, and you getting up. Like they there to push buttons.
They take shit personal.
Yeah, they don't need to be pushing buttons like that. Like you asking people way too much stuff. They here for sports. Everybody got different beliefs. We're not sitting here crucifying people because they think different, because we don't ask them those questions. They pick and choose who they're gonna ask those questions. And you could watch every sport thing. Watch when black people get interviewed, watch when the white people get interviewed, watch when the Spanish people, watch when anybody get, depending on the state you in, like watch how they get interviewed, man. They get interviewed like, dude, I just won. I just scored 50. Yeah, we lost. I'm sorry. I don't know what to tell you. Talk to the coach. Let him talk. Coaches don't be talking enough. They should be talking for the bad calls and the bad timeouts and all that. Why are they not there all the time like the NBA players?
They are coaches are there.
They not talking like that. They don't get those questions like that. They play with Bill Belichick. He knows how to dub them, and everybody should be like Bill and San Antonio. What's his name?
Popovich.
Yeah, you got to know how to just dub these people. I ain't letting you ruffle my feathers. I did my job. I entertained the people. Whether we lost or won, the people are entertained. So these news people are just being extra. Like, come on. I watched it. Yeah, a fan might be upset, but they got to watch 3 hours of football. Good football. That's all I'm trying to do is provide good football with what I got. And I shouldn't be having to answer some dumb question about anything. Like, the people is there. The people should be, then I'll answer the people's tweets then. Like when you can't answer those because everybody's going to come at you. So we got to eliminate so much talk, putting people in front of the mics, man, and setting them up for fed young kids too. These are young kids. So we got to start thinking about that. People always saying mental health. They think about mental health. Well, media is not helping with mental health. Not the media that sits there after a game and just start trying to demolish like everybody. Oh, LeBron, listen, he just scored the record. We shouldn't even be talking about Jordan or nobody. Let him rest in peace. Let him go on into his world outside of being
He's not dead.
Oh,
He's
yeah.
not dead.
I mean, rest in peace anyway, man. Rest in peace, which means nobody should be talking about you. That's it. I get to go to sleep and rest because nobody's talking about me. I'm not making headlines. Like, no, they joined. This is LeBron's day. We talking about Kobe, rest in peace. That's really rest in peace. But we talking about Kobe. We talking about everybody else. No, this is LeBron breaking. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar should be the only name being mentioned with LeBron. Not all these other people.
It's funny. It's funny because I looked at the stats. Kareem only hit 1 3-pointer.
I would have only hit 1 2 if I was Kareem. My hook was crazy.
One 3-pointer.
My hook is crazy
compared to LeBron's 2000 and something.
LeBron don't have a signature thing. Kareem hook was unstoppable. Why would I shoot a 3? Why would I shoot a 3? It's not that he may never. What's the sense? I'm this tall and I got this ill hook that nobody could stop. I'm not shooting a 3 like Shaq. He was trying to shoot. No, Ted, break the backboard. That's your job. I don't need Joel Embiid shooting 3s. Destroy the paint.
But that's where it's changed now. That now the stretch 5, like your big man who's you used to, at least when we were growing up, like we had Lonzo Mourning, we had Hakeem Olajuwon, we had David Robinson, we had Patrick Ewing, we had centers that played down low, right?
I mean, that's what the center is.
Well, no, because now you got Djokovic who shoots from 3.
Yeah.
You got other centers that shoot for 3s.
Okay.
It's not a big man sport no more.
It's not. No, it is. It is. That's not a rule. Say it's a big man sport. They just not in the paint. But when you think about it, that's all them changing schematics. But you can win like that. Your big man just got to be able to shoot 3s, but he don't have to be always. That's not. But now that's the big man's first move because they don't want to get hit. So that's. I mean, I don't want to say ice cream. I'm just saying. I'm just saying, like they don't want to get hit because I would be backing dudes down because you can't stop me. What's the sense of me taking that risk of hitting a 3, not hitting a 3 when you can't stop me down low? I'm mastering that. You're gonna have to get, and you can't foul me hard, man. I'm destroying the rim. You're gonna have nothing but highlights. That's me as a big man. I'll shoot the 3 just to be fancy when I'm stunting on you, but I'm going to the paint. You're gonna know that. Get out my way. Like Giannis, I respect that he go to the paint. He shoots his threes, but he needs to chill.
He's not. Yeah, but he don't shoot. He's not. He's not a real good 3-point shooter at all.
And why should he be when he goes to the hole with force? Get out my way. That is it. Or be a poster. That's it. You're gonna be a poster or get out my way.
Yeah.
So I mean, LeBron's the GOAT though, because he's still doing it, man. Whether the league changed or not, he mastered his time in the league. He's mastered. He's an all-around great player. And that makes you a GOAT, man. All-around great player. He might not be perfect in one, like Jordan, like Shaq, but all around, ain't nobody messing with him. And I've never rooted for LeBron. I never did. I respect I respect so much about him more than just basketball. Basketball-wise, I'll be always rooting against him. I ain't gonna lie to you. I've been rooting against him forever. Once KD started popping, rooting against LeBron. KD better. I'm always on that side of the bus. But I will tell you this. You better snap out of it.
Yeah. All right, man. So, oh man, it's been an interesting week for us. We've been promoting. You're gonna actually go
join live a little bit.
You're gonna go join a live
with my new peoples.
Yes, I
can't wait to talk. I gotta talk to you, man. That dude is a good dude.
What dude?
Winston.
Oh, you got in contact with him?
Winston Consulting.
We zoomed,
man. We zoomed for like an hour and change.
You parlaying?
He's a good dude, man. But good. Probably the networking this time was insane at Podfest. Shout out.
That's something I have been talking about. I've been talking about a lot on a lot of the shows was the networking we did. Like I feel like when we first went to Podfest, I just felt like it was just the beginning for us. People didn't know us, whatever. And I just feel us going the second time around, like people was looking for us. I just felt like people were looking for us. People knew who we were before we even know who they were.
I think I felt that but that's because once we done, like we've been like the promoting that we did last year after we came back, and that shows the people like actions, your actions when you sharing stuff that nobody expect you to share or stuff like that. That actions, I felt that people realize that we are the village. Like that's our motto. Like we mess with we cross promote. We down for whatever that's gonna make the village better. Yeah. And I think that energy right there is what I think people felt. And then this time around, it was more. I think last time for me, there was more podcasts, but they was out there from the realm of where I was at or where we at. This time when we went, it's like everybody you talk to was on that like self-improvement and dealing with struggles, hardship that they had to get over, and how they fighting their way from what, like that felt like us. So it was more open for me to even be speaking the way I was speaking, because that was insane. Like I caught myself standing there like, dang, I'm just telling people, and it felt good. Like it wasn't a problem to just break down, but they was going through stuff too. So it was just, this Podfest is definitely, when you use it right, you could come up. You definitely got to.
You really have, like I say like that first one. I try to go, even though you stood a lot in the first one. You networked more than me because you spent a lot of time in the hallway while I went to tracks and stuff like that. This year, I just felt like we went to tracks that we really wanted to go to. Like if we went to a track that we would go to, but for the most part, we spent a lot of the time in that mist area, in that bar area.
We streets. We was in the streets. You know what I'm saying? That's how it felt to be on the block. You got the hotel people. You got 50 conventions. The streets was where it was at. The nice people would say hi. You ended up with chatting. I was chatting with dudes from Canada, old couple, asking every like, just what are you doing? What's up with that? Like just asking questions. It was just mad, just different. And his wife didn't even speak English. I don't know what they speak out there, but it wasn't English.
French.
Yeah, it might have been French. I haven't went to French class since high school. And I ain't do good.
Yeah.
But it was, I mean, understanding how to network is important. People say networking like it's easy. It's not as easy. It's easier said than done. Like networking properly is different. I felt like I networked properly this time.
Yeah.
Last time I was just saying hi and getting to know what people was doing, but it wasn't really networking. It wasn't sitting like asking questions and really getting inside everybody's head. We linked up with a chosen few, and those are the ones we seen this time. But it was a lot of different faces.
Yeah. There's a lot more faces like us.
Yeah.
There's definitely more faces like us, and that was fun, man. It was again, but it was just being able to network and
be the big homie. Cause now you're telling the first time pop best people.
Yeah.
And you putting them on to game.
Yeah.
And that gravitated. Because everybody don't interpret things the same. So to have two brothers talk to them younger ones like Shiva, the young man that you had the interview with.
Yep. I just had him on last week.
Like sitting down at that little round table and letting them pick our brains and giving them the real outside of just saying the politically correct answers and just letting them, like, they felt that. Like that was good. All that right there was the real networking. We sat down at mad tables with mad people, and we actually, when we went in that influencer room, snuck in there, yo.
That's where we met Winston.
Yo, we snuck in there, yo. As soon as they did the round table, we was like, all right, we'll go.
But it seemed like everybody by the end of that round table, everybody wanted to talk to. Everybody wanted to be like, yo, what you do? What's your show?
And that's what I'm saying. That we wasn't influencers, so they don't get to sit. They actually, for once, sat there, a bunch of influencers, and listened to two creators. That's it. That was dope. That was the dope part, because the first one I used to think like some of them just was like they talk and then you couldn't approach them.
Yeah,
it could have been me, but I felt like that. But this, after that, and even this time around, they don't seem like as approachable for me. But then to go in an influencer room and end up being able to just kick it, now it feels like you could just, now I look at, like, that experience was way different. So to the point where I feel like after they get off the stage and I see them in passing, I could just, so what you said, can I, and they would be more, I don't feel like it's a rejection thing. Like maybe it was just me expecting that rejection from people that consider them that's influences. But it was cool. It was dope. It was dope. Like we learning some shit. Like it's I'm glad that I'm glad we stayed on the path that we set out from the beginning, not trying to pivot and try to, I'm glad we doing it straight out the mud, yo, because it's dope.
It's really taking how can I say it? It's taking a life of its own. Like I'm saying, things are happening. We're like, I'm finding myself that I'm getting a lot of requests to be on shows. like people hate like, yo, I don't want you to be a guest on my show. I got quite a few of them coming up where I'm gonna be a guest on shows. But it's been being able to connect with so many like-minded people, to be able to go and have an influencer like Alex Sanfilippo know who we are. I'm saying it's situations like that where people like
So
that.
we chilled this time. Like it was like what I'm saying, it's dope. I saw that there's nothing else. It's just dope. And I'm talking like, especially for me, like for whatever perception anybody got, anger, whatever it is, whatever it is that anybody has about me.
The angry man.
Yeah, like
never seen the
anything
angry
that
man in a while.
anybody has said, like like that was dope. That felt like a community. It felt like what your neighborhood should feel like.
Yeah.
That's what that's the thing that I'm passionate about, is that right there. We shouldn't have to be around people. Like you should be around people that we could all just kick it, go and just sit down. Yo, let's go to lunch. Let's do coffee. Like that was dope. That is an experience that I hope to pass on to my kids. Like to just know that like people are willing to just kick it with you.
Of course, yeah.
I ain't trying to get nothing from you except for just good conversation and enlightenment. And if you can't enlighten me, then I shouldn't be talking.
It should be talking, yeah.
Yeah, what am I talking to? I'm looking for enlightenment. I can't be talking to darkness when I'm looking for enlightenment. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm looking for the light.
Man, but this is another show in the saying another show's done.
Stay tuned for the Steps Towards Plush. It's gonna Wize
coming soon. He's working
Wize
on it.
Jefe is the producer.
He's working on it.
I got it. I already got it. We're gonna sit down.
But
I got it. I'm
big
taking
shout out
all
to
their advice.
Big shout out to King Dark, man. He's out there at Radio Row at the Super Bowl.
Oh yeah.
So BS3 is being well represented out there in Arizona. I told Ben I want to go to the draft this year.
Oh, I should hit him up. Tell him to interview Pep. Have Pepper swing by.
She in Arizona? No, I think she was on vacation. I seen some pictures like she was in Tennessee or some stuff.
Oh,
might have been. Yeah,
that's her stomping ground.
But yeah, man, I'm done. You got anything else you got to say?
Nah, this was good. Some sports before we get back into real life shit. Stupid shit.
Yeah. we'll get back to doing.
It's our first real sports one. Sports took up
because it's a sports week, man. You had LeBron breaking records. You had Kyrie doing his stupid shit.
All right, so your pick.
I'm going with the NFC Beast. I'm gotta go with my brethren, the Philadelphia Eagles.
Oh, you're going for your
NFC
neighbors?
East. I'm going for my NFC East. I do a podcast called the NFC Beast. I gotta represent my division. So I gotta go with the Philadelphia Eagles.
Well, I'm representing my division too, because I'm an AFC person.
That's your conference, but okay.
I'm representing all that. I'm going with Patrick Mahomes, man. I think it's gonna be. I think
that Philly defensive line is nasty, yo.
Honestly, I think they're gonna do to Philly what happened to Dallas after when they thought that defense was stout. Something just happens, man. This is a lot of pressure for these young boys.
That's what you think, but I think that Philly D is gonna really go after them.
All right, what's the score then? Before we go, blowout, close, 3 points.
Nah, it's gonna be 38-34.
Damn, you got 70 points with that defense. 70? Oh man, I got it like 28-31 Kansas City.
Yeah.
But the defense is both their defense is gonna do enough to get some
turnovers and stuff.
Yeah, no, just it's gonna kill the clock. There's gonna be I think they ain't gonna be I don't think the scoring is gonna be crazy.
Yeah.
I think they're gonna do enough that because they're gonna have to work. It's gonna be down to Patrick Mahomes and Jalen. I mean, yeah, Jalen Hurts to
we wanted more.
move. Nah, not even just them defenses is coming. Kansas City's ain't a slouch.
Yeah.
But then Eagles offensive line ain't a slouch neither. Yo.
All right, but yo, that's it, man. That's it for the show, man. Hope everybody has a great night.
Shit.
But yep, going with Philly. Poppy's going with Kansas
Nah, I'm
City.
going with Philly now. Now that
You going Philly now?
Yeah,
Just realize
insanity. I don't want to be representing insanity. Like I just
Alright.
broke down why Philly should just beat their ass.
All right, so that's it for the show. I'm Wize,
And I am Papi J.
and I will see you next week. Peace out.